So, I played through the Resident Evil 3 remake and it's alright. It works well as a thrilling action game, at least that's what I would describe it as, because most of the horror you get is when this bald, pickle, dick cheese-headed MF is running at you at high speeds, or during the hospital section with Carlos. Yeah, there really isn't that much to say about this game. Came out right during the live-action outbreak of the T virus and reuses most game mechanics used in RE2, which is not a bad thing at all. That game had some real solid controls and gameplay loops to sport. It's just that this game takes them and somehow implements them worse than they were previously. For example, a lot of detail when shooting zombies are gone. There is pretty much no more real-time gore, which was probably due to performance issues, as this game is way more fast-paced and action-heavy. There are some other pet peeves of mine, like why can't you just switch something you picked up out for something else in your inventory anymore? You have to discard an item before you can pick something else up. This might sound like a very small thing and a nitpick, but I can't help but notice. Especially because it was there previously. I don't understand why it was removed when it's small stuff like this that smooths out the gameplay experience. Spoilers, by the way, if you don't want to be spoiled for this game, this is your cue. This game has the shortest list of notes I took while playing up until now, because there is very little to be said about it. It's a pretty short action game, which previous RE games also were. The problem is that this game lacks the replayability that other games sported, because this one pretty much becomes a hallway simulator after the first level. Once you enter the sewers, there is almost no open-ended level exploration. That first level, which is maybe the first 1 to 2 hours of gameplay, were easily the most enjoyable to me, most likely because of the way this game's tyrant, the Nemesis, works. I have no experience with the original RE3, but from what I've heard, that game's Nemesis is pretty much what RE2 Remake's Mr. X was like. So when I was about to play this game, I was so hyped to see how Nemesis works. Because if Mr. X is like this, I wonder how much more insane Nemesis can get. And he is absolutely insane. In the first level only. Due to the open-ended level structure, Nemesis has enough room to be able to chase you. I mean, Mance literally causes a shockwave when landing. During the chase, my adrenaline levels were pumped up to the max during those first 2 hours of gameplay. Everything was perfect, the score, the way he could just start sprinting at you, As I've said time and time again, most of those positive qualities end after the first level. After that, Nemesis becomes a set-piece boss, where you have scripted chase scenes that require you to press the left stick forward, and the occasional boss fight, and that's how the game rolls until credits roll. I like the occasional action game where I can just turn my brain off, but what came before this is just way better, which is why this is disappointing to me. Story is alright, but ends pretty anticlimactic. When you have these cliché modern action movie fights with the supposed villain of the story, I mean, what the fuck's this man doing, man? Why is he not shooting? Although I guess Nemesis is also guilty of doing this sometimes. It was pretty hype when you Uno reverse cards you with a rocket launcher though. This game is at its best when Nemesis is running after your ass, but it doesn't last too long. Enjoy in healthy bits.